Welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing with AI, the show where we explore how technology, creativity, and ethics intersect to shape the future of marketing. I'm your host, Rohit Shetty. Today we're diving into one of the most important questions in modern marketing. How far should persuasion go when AI knows us better than we know ourselves? The topic is persuasion ethics in AI marketing, where influence meets integrity. We'll unpack how marketers can design for trust, not manipulation. Here's what we'll explore. 1. Persuasion versus manipulation 2. Neuromarketing with AI 3. Ethics in targeting 4. Frameworks for trust first influence 5. Real world lessons and takeaways. So grab a coffee, open your mind, and let's decode the ethics of persuasion in the age of AI. Let's start with the basics. Persuasion and manipulation often look the same on the surface, but their intentions couldn't be more different. Persuasion is about guiding someone toward a decision through facts, logic, empathy, and respect for their autonomy. It's the art of influence with integrity. Manipulation, on the other hand, hides the intent. It's when brands use psychological shortcuts or emotional pressure to make you act without realizing why. Here's the catch: AI has supercharged both. Modern algorithms can study your micro behaviors, predict what motivates you, and tailor messages in real time. A system can learn that you respond better to fear of missing out than to discounts and adapt instantly. A 2023 paper from Springer called this the algorithmic amplification of persuasion. The researchers warned that AI systems capable of exploiting cognitive biases risk crossing from persuasion into manipulation. Let's make it real. Imagine scrolling through your favorite shopping app. You see, only 3 left. 120 others have added this to their cart. Is that persuasion or manipulation? It depends. If it's a real stock count, it's persuasive. If it's artificially designed to induce panic buying, it's manipulative. Ethical persuasion requires transparency, truth, and respect for consumer agency. As marketers, we should ask, are we helping customers make better decisions or simply nudging them to click faster? Next, let's talk about a powerful but controversial area: neuromarketing and AI. Neuromarketing is the science of understanding how our brains respond to brands, messages, and visuals. Now imagine combining that with artificial intelligence, machine learning, analyzing eye movements, facial expressions, or even brainwave data. AI turns raw emotion into insight. It can detect micro expressions that reveal excitement, frustration, or confusion, and then adapt the marketing content instantly. According to a ResearchGate review titled AI and Neuromarketing, Understanding Consumer Decision Making, AI driven systems can predict behavior patterns far more accurately than human researchers ever could. Sounds powerful, right? But there's an ethical dilemma. If an AI system knows exactly when you feel vulnerable, say, after a bad day, and serves an ad promising instant relief, that's manipulation disguised as empathy. A Springer study on neuromarketing ethics highlights this tension. It raises questions of privacy, autonomy, and even human dignity. The study warns that using biometric data without explicit consent risks treating consumers like data points rather than people. To make it tangible, consider a streaming platform that tracks your viewing emotions. If it detects sadness and pushes comfort food ads, that's not necessarily unethical if you've opted in and understand how it works. But if it happens without consent or transparency, it crosses the ethical line. The potential of AI in neuromarketing isn't inherently bad. It can make experiences more intuitive, reduce irrelevant advertising, and even personalize recommendations that genuinely help. The challenge isn't what AI can do, it's what marketers choose to do with it. Now that we've seen how AI can shape emotion, let's explore where the biggest ethical debates are unfolding: targeting. Targeting is the backbone of digital marketing. AI has made it incredibly precise, from predicting what time you're likely to buy to identifying micro audiences based on sentiment or intent. But precision can also create prejudice. AI systems often mirror the biases in their data. If historical data shows a certain demographic spending more, the algorithm may over-target them while excluding others. That's not just poor marketing, it's unethical. A Springer Open article from 2025 warned that AI in marketing requires responsible neural data use and transparency in algorithmic targeting. Another study in ResearchGate found that consumers' trust in AI marketing drops sharply when they sense their data is being used in ways they didn't consent to. Let's look at a scenario. A credit card company uses AI to identify consumers prone to overspending, then targets them with ads for high interest loans. Technically, that's data driven marketing. Ethically, it's exploitation. Transparency is the difference between personalization and predation. Consumers deserve to know why they're being shown something and how their data shapes that experience. Regulators are catching up, but marketers shouldn't wait for legislation. Ethics should lead, not follow. So, how do we design persuasion that earns trust instead of eroding it? Let's move to our next section, frameworks for trust first influence. Trust isn't a feature, it's the foundation. In AI driven persuasion, a trust first mindset means designing influence that empowers, not exploits. Here's a practical framework to follow. 1. Transparency. Always disclose when AI is involved. If an ad is generated or personalized by AI, say so clearly. Hidden automation erodes credibility. 2. Consent and control. Let people opt in, opt out, and adjust personalization settings easily. Control fosters confidence. 3. Fairness and beneficence. Target responsibly. Make sure your algorithms don't reinforce stereotypes or prey on emotional states. 4. Respect for autonomy. Marketing should help people make better decisions, not make decisions for them. Avoid psychological dark patterns that remove choice. 5. Accountability. Every marketer using AI should be able to explain in plain language how and why a person was targeted. This framework draws from value sensitive design principles, a human centered approach that integrates moral values directly into technology creation. A recent RxIV paper titled Persuasion and Safety in the Era of Generative AI suggests using this kind of ethical design to mitigate the risk of manipulative AI systems. When trust is built into design, persuasion becomes partnership. Let's wrap up with a few real world lessons. Lesson 1. Transparency always wins. A 2025 MDPI study found that when companies disclose their use of AI in ads, purchase intent dropped slightly, but long term trust went up. Consumers prefer honesty over hype. Lesson 2. Exploitation backfires. Brands that use AI to manipulate vulnerable consumers often face backlash, lawsuits, or loss of credibility. Ethical shortcuts are brand killers. Lesson 3. Trust pays dividends. Brands that embrace ethical AI, like offering clear consent, honest personalization, and explainable recommendations, consistently see higher retention and advocacy. Remember, influence built on manipulation is temporary. Influence built on trust lasts. So, today we explored persuasion versus manipulation, how AI and neuromarketing intersect with ethics, the fine line in targeting, and practical frameworks for trust first marketing. The message is simple: AI gives marketers immense power, but real influence begins where transparency and respect meet. Thanks for tuning in to Digital Marketing with AI. If you found value in this episode, share it with a colleague or drop a review. And remember, the future of marketing isn't about hacking human attention, it's about honoring it.